Billionaire single mom, Isabella Hart, walked into the quiet hospital lounge late at night, exhausted from another board meeting and weeks of sleepless nights. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of small moments to change lives, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Voice. Also, tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? Her designer coat barely hiding the weight she carried, not in wealth, but in loneliness. Ever since her husband passed away during her pregnancy, she had learned to survive alone with her newborn son, Leo. Money could buy comfort, but not warmth, as she stepped inside to grab coffee. Before visiting the NICU, her eyes froze on an unexpected sight. A rugged-looking single dad sat on a worn couch, gently feeding a baby from a bottle. His movements slow, careful, full of love. He whispered soft reassurances, as if the child understood every word. Isabella felt something stir inside her chest, something she hadn't felt in years. Trust. The baby suddenly coughed and the man calmly adjusted the angle, patting the tiny back with practiced care. Isabella realized with shock that the baby he was feeding was her son Leo. Panic rushed through her as she rushed forward, asking who he was and why he was touching her child. The man looked up startled but calm, his eyes honest. He explained that the nurse had asked him to help, because the baby was crying uncontrollably while Isabella was in a meeting. He said he was a single father too and knew how scary hospitals could feel for babies. Isabella wanted to scold him, but couldn't ignore how peaceful Leo looked. Fast asleep in his arms, she thanked him awkwardly and introduced herself. The man said his name was Daniel, a former firefighter who lost his wife during childbirth, now working 2 jobs to afford treatment for his premature daughter in the same hospital. Days passed and Isabella kept seeing Daniel, sometimes reading stories to his daughter, sometimes helping other struggling parents without being asked. Despite her billions, she found herself drawn to his quiet strength and humility. One evening, Isabella overheard 2 nurses talking about Daniel skipping meals to save money for medicine. Something inside her broke. The next day, she offered him help discreetly, but he refused politely, saying dignity mattered more than charity. Isabella respected him even more. Weeks later, Leo was discharged, and Isabella prepared to leave. She handed Daniel an envelope and walked away without explanation. Later that night, Daniel opened it expecting hospital forms, but instead found a handwritten letter and a check that could cover his daughter's full treatment, along with a note saying, "This is not charity. This is gratitude from one parent to another." Tears rolled down his face. Months later, Daniel received a job offer as head of safety at one of Isabella's companies, not because of pity, but because she had quietly investigated his background and saw his integrity. Years passed and their paths crossed again at a playground, where their children laughed together. Isabella realized that true wealth wasn't money, but kindness. Trust and shared pain turned into shared strength. And sometimes life's biggest blessings arrive in the most unexpected moments. If this story touched your heart, then please like, share, and subscribe to my channel Kindness Voice for more emotional and inspiring stories.